Tom Latimer has the most prestigious championship in wrestling lore, the NWA World's Heavyweight Championship. And why is it the most prestigious championship in wrestling lore? Because of the 1 year I, EC3, put in as the Overman, conquering towns, conquering cities, conquering states, conquering countries, conquering continents, and conquering the world. But I know now what I must do. Because men and women, you follow three things. You follow fear. You follow your self-interest. But most importantly, what you will follow is grand spectacles, and at looks that kill, I will
Oh boy. And here comes the NWA World's Heavyweight Champion, Tom Latimer. The holder of the 10 pounds of gold, and a man who's had probably the longest feud with EC3 that I've almost ever seen in the sport of professional wrestling. These guys have been going at it for years.
Yeah, across years, promotions, and it doesn't matter. These two brothers always find their way right back to each other, right in each other's business. It may never end. They might be in a nursing home fighting over, Jell-O or something.
Is EC3 frozen?
I feel like someone pushed pause on him. I can't believe that he was so rudely interrupted. Neither can I.
Stunned silence.
Look, guys, I'm going to keep this short and sweet because, to be honest, all I want to do is kick his ass, all right? You and me, EC3, we've been doing this dance for far too long, and it ends. It ends at NWA Looks to Kill. It ends in a steel cage match. And it ends in Dothan, Alabama!
It's me, the NWA World Television Champion, Carson Drake. And NWA comes back to Dothan, Alabama on March 22nd. Get tickets at NWALiveEvents.com.
Tuesday night, Tyler Franks faces the onslaught of Maxine Taylor. Natalia Markova and Tiffany Nieves settle their differences inside a steel cage. And the NWA World Heavyweight title is on the line in the steel cage main event. It's Tom Latimer defending against the Overlord EC3. Watch NWA Power Tuesday at 6:05 p.m. Eastern, exclusively on X.
Carson, look. Oh, you smell. What you Carson? Yeah, new slime balls, purple variant now on NWAshop.com.
That's NationalWrestlingAlliance.com. Hit the shop button. That's okay. I know you don't know.
I don't know how to read or but look how dope this
Clearly
is.
doesn't know how to wash his clothes either.
What size you want?
Oh man, what is up, you beautiful people? This is Gary Horne. This is the NWA live stream. Joe's gone, but Joe Galli is also here from.
There we go.
As seen on NWA Power, Joe Galli, and also as seen on NWA Power.
Much better.
Danny Dealz is also here. We're so happy to see all of you in the chat. Thanks to Daniel and ABC Stardust and Scott Shaver, Matt B, Zilla, Axel's here. You got Jose. You got so many people. Carson Drake is here. He's a huge fan.
All right.
Yeah. So
numbers just went up, baby.
That's it.
Yeah. So we appreciate the live audience here. We're streaming live on Twitch, on Facebook, on X, on YouTube,
and Rumble.
And Rumble. So any of the places you want to see us, I'm going to put this on my face. So
well, don't put it on your window because we know who's right out there.
That's right. Alex Misery is outside my window, as he always is.
Always, like perpetually, just like a crow.
He lives in my backyard. It's super creepy.
Yeah.
But it's good to have company sometimes.
It's good to be in this company. Look at us.
Yeah.
No Kyle tonight. Sorry, folks. He's on a plane. Jet setter. You know how he is. He just can't keep those alligators down, baby. You know
he is in demand. That Kyle.
I don't think he has alligator shoes. I think he has like one pair of shoes.
Oh, we had a lot to talk about tonight. A big episode of NWA Power is coming up tomorrow at 6:05 Eastern. All your favorite people are going to be there. You see, like right there on that poster, like Natalia Markova, Tiffany Nieves, Tom Latimer, EC3, Max the Impaler. It's going to be good. There's so much happening, including 2 cage matches. What is someone lead into there? Tom Latimer versus EC3 for the World Heavyweight Championship.
In a cage.
Yeah. And how about Natalia Markova and Tiffany Nieves are also
in a cage.
In a cage.
In a grudge cage. That's a dangerous cage. Because not only do you have a problem with your opponent, the cage has a problem with you.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's the grudge cage, like the grudge, like that Asian horror movie.
Yes. A bunch of zombie girls come out from the cage.
That was a spooky ass movie the first time I saw it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Just that.
Ju-On, I believe, is the original, right? Did I just miss that?
That is correct. Yeah. No, you got it. Ju-On, the grudge. Now, Kyle's not even here. We still turned it into a nerdy movie conversation. So that's good.
Only briefly. He would have ran.
Yeah. And how about this one? Max the Impaler is back and going to be taking on newcomer Tyler Franks, and we're going to hear from Tyler Franks here shortly. So that's exciting.
Yeah.
So
dead man walking, maybe. We'll see.
Maybe.
Yeah. Well, not many who stand up against Max survive. Although Carson Drake is currently walking around with the World Television Championship.
He
got close to meeting his maker in that match. I'll tell you that much.
But he somehow survived. But the chat's not feeling that it's going to be as easy for Tyler Franks this time around. I don't know. We'll see. If you go back to that graphic real quick, Gary, go back to it real quick.
What's missing? I don't see the Sinister Minister, Father James Mitchell.
Jimmy Mitchell. Yeah.
Well, he might still be at the hospital after what Max did to him. So
that's
very possible.
Weird.
Yeah. So Max flying solo, no manager in the corner, and does that make Max more dangerous? Perhaps it does.
Yeah, and that's going to be interesting. We'll have to get Tyler Franks' take on that here in a few minutes. We do want to talk about real quick too, Danny Dealz. We got so much stuff going on in the shop, including this. People have been talking about action figures forever, and now I noticed that if you go to the shop section on NWA or nationalcom,
collectible section of the shop. I got some Harley up in there. Yeah, I got some Harley from our
Harley race with a 10 pounds of gold. Look at that.
Those are going to be flying off the shelf. Buy them now while you can, folks.
Yeah, from our pals there, the big rubber guys. Yeah, old Cardona's gimmick.
That's pretty impressive. Lots of cool stuff in the shop, including this nice claw.
Oh, I got one of those.
Look at that.
Yeah.
And you got the Colby shirt, old school royalty. Of course, Carson Drake.
Of course. What are we talking about? That dance is taking over the country right now.
Springtime, good time of year for a shirt like that with the long sleeves. Not too hot, not too cold. Perfect shirt.
And that sweatsuit that is rapidly disappearing.
Oh, man.
I'm trying to segue that. I don't know if you have the picture queued up.
Everybody's wearing it.
Which one?
The sweatsuit.
Like this? Oh wait, not this one, but you're talking about the
sweatshirt.
This one.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect for traveling. I believe Alex wore that every day when he was in the UK.
Oh, it probably smelled awful.
Nice. Another thing I heard is flying off the shelves. Another thing I heard was flying off the shelves are these trading cards that just came out.
Got to catch them all.
Yeah, that's up for pre-sale, and I should have those in my hands very soon from Okayfabe Cardboard, and that is Series 1, so the entire roster is not in there. That's why it's Series 1. We're going to do another one. So we got some roster cards in there. We got some action shots. You can see a couple action shots in that graphic that Okayfabe Cardboard made for me. And there will be a Series 2 shortly following that. Couldn't put everybody in one, right? We wanted to spread it out. And
you got to have the special edition holograph one, and I think Danny Dealz needs a special edition holograph one of his. That's like we only make like 2, so it's super rare.
Oh, so it's like the Willy Wonka gimmick, right? And,
yeah.
I would be remiss and fussed at if I didn't also mention that the Country Gentlemen have a shirt available for you representing the Bullhead Ranch. You can get that in the shop.
I know it looks white down there, but it's kind of a cream color shirt.
Yeah.
Or at least it looks white on my screen currently, but yeah, it's a cream.
I see it's kind of cream on mine, but also it's interesting to see a wrestling shirt that A, doesn't have the name of the wrestlers, and B, doesn't have their face. It's an interesting gambit.
That's a good point. Yeah. But
we can change it up sometimes.
Yeah.
Eventually you get like a little cartoon AJ and KC up there. And it'll be good.
Also, speaking of jet setting, Gary, that me and Pretty Empowered were at a movie premiere recently.
Whoa!
I did see that. In fact, Queen of the Ring is coming out this Friday, I believe the 7th. And you're going to see the story of Mildred Burke. And I thought it was really cool to see online Kinsey meeting Mildred Burke herself.
I feel like Gary's stretching to try to find the picture that's not there.
That is what was happening. I was trying to find the video. Here it is. Like to see it. Here it is.
My God.
How'd it feel when you got it? It's so crazy.
Wow.
That was cool. I thought that was a cool moment to see. And you can check out online Kinsey Page's Instagram or the NWA Instagram, and you can see her meeting the folks, including a former World Women's Champion there as well. The woman she picked.
I told Joe this. The biggest pop for me is that we were trying to get Martin Coe for a picture, and he didn't hear us. And me and Double J both yelled, "Sensei!" And he turned around and came over. I said, "That's right, Daddy. Cobra Kai never dies."
Nice. I was wondering how long I'd go before I could point that out. So if you haven't gotten your NWA fix recently, you want to see the NWA live, there's plenty of ways to do that. You if you're watching on some streaming service right now, you can
just
scan that UPC and it'll probably work. And take
I'm
it
going to test it right
live
now, Gary, as a matter of fact. Well, that'll
something funky.
No,
something funky was happening on the website. The
QR code works, ladies and gentlemen.
All
Tested by yours
truly. NWALiveEvents.com. That's where that QR code probably better to scan.
Work, just go to NationalWrestlingAlliance.com and click tickets. There you go.
We got stuff happening near you somewhere coming up. Look at this. NWA Chicago goes live this Friday, March the 7th for the Road to Gold. Look at that.
Little Steve Bazzarelli up in there.
Hey, man.
He is.
And Cardua?
Cardua.
Oh,
last name.
And a team.
I see Casey and AJ. They're not next to each other, but I was like, wait, is it just Casey? No, it's with them. Marche Rocket. We haven't seen him in a minute. You can, see him in the NWA Chicago ring. And of course, President William Patrick Corgan's right front and center on that picture, or a giant. I don't know. But that is happening. Right after that, March 8th, you got WLW presenting Saturday Night Slam. That's going down. So you want to check that out, too. It doesn't say where, but I'm sure it's in St. Louis somewhere.
It's in the greater St. Louis area. I believe it's at their typical place, their Harley Race Wrestling Academy, I believe.
Okay.
Details and information at NWALiveEvents.com.
We just saw the World Women's Champion Kinsey Page. Her promotion, KFW, has an event coming up on March 14th. Nice. Look at that. Locked and loaded.
Ty Frankie over here.
Yeah.
Tyler Franks is going to be at that one too. So we're going to learn a little bit.
Hopefully he'll be on this show. I think he's having some sort of camera issue. I keep seeing a little.
He's popping it out. No, he's maybe ready. Maybe he was just taking a minute. Yeah.
He's carbo loading.
Yeah. There you go. So also Exodus Pro the very next day. If you want to see the odds of March, when in Rome 2.
I put a lot of miles on my car. I got to go all these places.
Yeah, look at that. That's going to be huge. Looks like EC3 and Richard Holiday might be throwing down there just based on the poster. We're going to have Noah from Exodus Pro on the show too.
Super chat
out in the green room.
Whoa, wait a minute. What? Well, this is interesting. We got a little super chat here from.
Oh, we got a super chat. Reinstate the 1974 rules. Fuego del Sol and Simon Phillips for NWA. Bring back NWA USA. That is a lot of stuff.
He spent $5 wisely. He was like, I'm going to spend $5, but I'm going to get all the things in I want to get in one post.
It's worth mentioning. All super chats get immediately acknowledged. That's the one thing we promise. You give us money, we'll give you attention. So thanks, Overmetal. It's and Overmetal's a longtime fan of the National Wrestling Alliance, so it's good to see you. I don't know what specific 1974 rules.
Maybe the over the top rope.
That's Kazana. No, maybe Bill Watts brought that back in '92.
Send us another super chat with money specifically with what rules.
we don't necessarily get to pick like who is in.
I don't have NWA. That book. I got lots of book on the shelf. I don't have Kazana.
You'd have to ask Kazana, and he'd have to go through it.
Speaking of Kazana, though, I do want to mention too. We did get this poster in from JCP on April 4th. Nobody's fool. Joe Kazana Promotions. Look at that. Throw Billy front and center on this one.
Yeah, I'll be there.
Shoop. Yeah.
Carson will be there.
Carson's going to be there.
You should file a complaint, Deal Machine, if you're going to be there. You got to be on the poster. I'm trying to sell tickets, damn it.
Yeah, I know it. That's only in Kentucky you get fined if you're like on a poster and you're not at the show or whatever. I forget. That's true.
They do weird stuff in Kentucky. I'll tell you that much.
All right. We went through so many shows. We've talked about all the merch. I don't want to keep people waiting for forever. So let's go ahead and bring on Mr. Tyler Franks, who's going to be appearing on NWA Powerrr tomorrow night at 6:05 Eastern, exclusively on X. Hello, sir. Welcome to the show.
Hey, guys. Thank you for having me.
You know, Joe's renamed you. You're now Ty Frankie.
Well, I'm just trying to be cool. Like the Deal Machine always gets. You're the king of the good nicknames. That's why we have Cinny Mini. We got so many great nicknames that are all because of Deal Machine.
I like Ty Frankie.
Ty Frankie's not bad.
I mean, it's it'll stick for now. I'll give you guys some more to work with over time when you get to know me more.
Yeah, he sounds real enthused about that one. So
super chat.
Hey, look at that. Markova will destroy Tiff. I guess that would be Tiffany Nieves in the grudge cage match coming up. And that is a big match that we're having. But, Tyler, you've got arguably a bigger match. One-on-one, no steel cage needed, but it's like you're going into a tiger cage to go up against Max the Impaler. Tyler Franks, how are you preparing to go up against the Warlord of the Wasteland?
Well, I was kind of anticipating that being a tomorrow problem because right now I'm enjoying myself. I had a good day. It was good weather up here where I'm at. I had some good food today. Hopefully it's not my last supper. But yeah, I've been preparing really hard for Max the Impaler. Not intimidated, although, my demeanor, if it comes off that way at night, could be some things in the air, whatever. But I've been preparing really hard for this match, and yeah, you guys will see tomorrow how I fare.
All right.
We'll find out. It's all about business when it comes to Tyler Franks, and I was
going to say he's all business.
Business, and business is booming. You can get a win over Max the Impaler. That is more than a notch in your belt. You're going to the pay window with an extra thick envelope in there because very few people are able to take out the Warlord of the Wasteland. So there's a lot of motivation for a business-minded fellow like yourself.
You would be in
100%.
rare air there. It's like Carson Drake and Kenzie Page, and that's about it.
Yeah, it's a short list.
It's good company.
Yeah.
I plan on adding myself to that. But yeah.
Now,
Well, you're
Tyler,
no slouch, Tyler, you're trained by, if I'm not mistaken, Dr. Tom Pritchard. Is that correct?
Correct. The GOAT.
Yeah, there you go.
tell us what that was like. For people that don't know, I mean, learning from a guy like Dr. Tom, who has taught pretty much all of the greats. Tyler Frank's included in that list now. So tell us what it's like to be able to learn from a guy like good old Dr. Tom.
Oh, it's tremendous. I mean, he's the man. You pick up on so many things when you go there. Like he opens your eyes to so much in the business. I came in after I'd been working matches for about a year when I went to his school, and I thought I had an idea of how to wrestle, but I went there and realized real quickly that I didn't know anything in this business. And I owe a lot to him, man. He's the man. And those days really forged the early part of my career. Like it was a grind up there. I was there during the COVID, during 2020 COVID class, and in there in a hot building, no air conditioner, one big ass fan, and 4 days a week in there. And it's a grind, but it was absolutely worth it, worth every single penny. I'd recommend it to anyone.
Tyler, I know this is not your first interview you've ever had, but for the NWA fans who are watching on the live stream, they may not be as familiar with you. I think we've seen you, but like
back to the territories.
Back to the territories. And we haven't had a chance to really get to know you. Can you tell the people a little bit about like where you're from, what got you into wrestling, that sort of thing?
Yeah. So this month in March will be 6 years of me being a professional wrestler. Thank you, guys. It's been a great journey. I'm from a small town in Alabama called Woodville. You drive down Highway 72, you blink, you miss it. Humble beginnings. I took my first bumps in 2018 at a little promotion called New South in Alabama. Well, not a little promotion, but my home promotion. And from there, just kind of worked my way up through the kind of Alabama indie system. And I met a lot of good people along the way, started working with KFW, now NWA Crossfire. Really kind of set my roots in the Southeast, Tennessee, Alabama, Georgia, and, kind of led me to where I'm at now. So
Cross paths with Corey Hollis down there in Alabama?
Not quite. I don't think I have yet.
No, all right.
I mean, I may have been on a show with him, but it may have been early in my career. I don't really
He'll also bring up a name. He just wants to bring up like names that
He's a good guy from Alabama. In fact, we an NWA show in Alabama called Ultimate NWA, and he was on it. He made NWA hoodies, one of which I still have. It doesn't fit because I was in shape at the time, but it's a white hoodie.
Not to derail the conversation, but we're talking about Alabama, so I'm going to get a cheap plug in now so we don't have to do it later. Hard Times coming back to Alabama Saturday, March 22nd, Dothan Civic Center. Tickets available at NWALiveEvents.com, or you can go to NationalWrestlingAlliance.com and hit the ticket button. We've got a lot of great matches in store for you folks, including this one right here, the grudge match. This is the grudge match between Brian Idol, Thrillbilly Silas Mason. Silas Mason broke Brian Idol's collarbone swinging that steel chair like he was swinging for the fences. And Brian Idol's back to 100%, and he's looking for some vengeance, baby. That's going to be happening. We also have this matchup here, NWA World Women's Tag Team Championship. Kenzie Page and Big Mama taking on Tiffany Nieves and Ms. Star. And we've got, there it is. There it is. The Dane Memorial Heavyweight Tournament Finals. Who's wrestling who? You got to be there to find out, ladies and gentlemen. And not only that, look at this right here. I was just texting with old Wrecking Ball Legursky earlier today. He's got a shot at the Natty taking on Big Strong Mims with G's in the corner, all that and much, much more. So don't forget, we got a lot going on in the NWA. Things are happening big time and fast. And I'm going to do another cheap plug real quick while we're doing plugs. I'm going to be on Busted Open, ladies and gentlemen. That is tomorrow, Tuesday morning, baby. Probably closer.
Joe, you only ever go to Busted Open if you've got news.
Hey, man.
He does. He's trying to tell everybody, you got to watch the live stream. You're going to miss Ty Frankie.
Hey, man. Ty, that's right. So I'll definitely try to get a plug-in for the live stream, obviously a plug-in for Power, but I do have some really big breaking news. And the man himself, William Patrick Corgan, I don't know if you've kept track of what he's got going on, but it's a lot. So he's having me and he's tagging me in. I'm going on Busted Open with some breaking news. You don't want to miss it. That's tomorrow. I'd tune in for the whole show, but if you really want to hear the NWA portion, I'd start at about 11:15, 11:30, just to make sure that you get it. You get the info because it's big breaking news. It's going to be on all the dirt sheets, all of them, after I break that news tomorrow on Busted Open.
And you know what, Tyler? You could be mentioned in that interview if you take down Maxie Impaler, because there's no way the Joe could go on there and not.
I'd have to. I'd have to be like, well, there you go.
You'd have to lead with it, bury the lead, and talk about this.
I was going to say,
talk about.
Yeah, I was going to say, Tyler, there's some other people waiting in the green room, and I think everything is going to go off the rails if we bring them in. So I did want to get a few more minutes with you, like just you.
I like when everything goes crazy.
But I did want to ask. You seem like hopefully you'll take this as, I mean, it's just a statement, not as any judgment. You seem like a very unassuming person when I see you like walking around in the locker room, or even right now, you've got your glasses on, you're just chilling, you're hanging out.
Peter Parker action.
But then, yeah, but then we can see, like, yeah, I mean, when the glasses come off, there's an arrogance about that face.
Look at brother.
The guy's obviously in shape. He's ready to roll. And your nickname is All Business. So I'm curious, where did that come from? How did we go from like unassuming Tyler Frakes to All Business Tyler Frakes?
Okay, well, so kind of an interesting story early in my career. So when I first kind of broke into the business, I did a lot of tag team work early on with Hunter Drake, also of the NWA. We used to go by the Talladega Nights way back in the day. That was our tag team name.
Shake and bake.
But after I started doing more single stuff, I was trying to branch out, trying to figure out what worked for me. And so I kind of did a play on my last name, and I went by All Beef Tyler Franks.
Hey,
and that was kind of my thing for a while. And then I kind of had a little bit of a heel turn and kind of wanted to kind of make myself, you know, a more serious presentation, and just kind of like, when the lights are on, I'm all business. You know, I think the All Beef was more of a fun. It was more of, you know, shaking babies and kissing hands. You know what I'm saying?
Who sold more 8x10s, you or Hunter? Who sold more 8x10s, you or Hunter? Because he told me he did.
You know, I don't have the final tally numbers here, but if we want to roll with what he says.
All right.
You know, you
beat Max the Impaler, you'll be selling a ton of them at that merch.
Yeah. Tell them how's that grab your ass. Yeah.
Exactly.
We're going to see that tomorrow night at 6:05 exclusively on X. Tyler Frakes versus Max the Impaler. Tyler, this is throwing you right into the fire. So I'm wishing you luck here. You're feeling confident? You feeling good? You look confident in this picture, but that's a big challenge.
Yeah, no, I'm very confident. I know what I'm capable of in that ring. I know what Max is capable of, and that is something that, you know, I'm definitely not going to take lightly. Like I try to play like I'm not intimidated. Maybe I am slightly a little bit. I would say it's definitely a benefit to not see Father James Mitchell in that graphic. So if that plays true and he's not there, I think that could, you know, be something I could play to my advantage. But like, I'm in this match for a reason. I know what I'm capable of doing. I believe that I can beat Max the Impaler. And you know what? Screw it. I don't fear Max the Impaler. I'm not scared of Max the Impaler. You know what? If Max the Impaler walked in my living room right now, I would put them through the table. And
look at that. All right.
I step up right now, you know. Well, I have this had to tomorrow. We'll tune in and find out, you know.
You should tune in and find out tomorrow night. This is going to be a fun match. I can't wait for this, right? Like, they just sandwiched in with two huge cage matches. This match with Tyler Freaks and Max the Impaler. This is going to be good. It's going to be a good show tomorrow night, so it's going to be exciting to see. Tyler, we appreciate you coming on. You are welcome to hang out for as long as you want to, or if you want to bail, because I got to tell you, like, I'm going to go ahead and bring on Noah from Exodus Pro. He's here, and he's going to sit down there at the bottom right now. Noah, who's on the, so you can tell us a little bit about Exodus Pro stuff. I didn't want to leave him out, but we also, I'm getting harassed that we need to bring on our next guest as well.
Sorry,
who
you're getting bumped, dog.
No. I'm just saying we're bringing on our next guest who has some experience with Max the Impaler as well, and says they have some advice. And anyway, let's just let's go.
Go.
Were we talking about
Carson
Max the Impaler? Impaler, I never even met her.
Carcinian in the house. You got any advice for old Ty Frankie as he
not that bad. If you watch my match with Max where I won the NWA World Television title, kind of just mopped the floor with him.
Yeah, I guess you. So, the floor was mopped with someone. I will say that.
Check the tape on this one real quick.
I will say I've got about 10 minutes until I have to go play racquetball. But I mean, Max really isn't all that. I don't remember much about it, but it was pretty quick.
Yeah, I mean,
It was memorable.
definitely. Yeah.
Joe,
will give
email me
that,
your notes. I couldn't help but notice Joe put there was a description on nationalwrestlingalliance.com where Joe said something along the lines of the fact that I got my ass handed to me the whole time, but that's not true. Because if I did, wouldn't have the NWA World Television titles. I don't know, Joe.
Well, at the end of the day, you got the 1, 2, 3. You really had to go through hell to get it. I mean,
stocks go up and down, but at the end of the day, you cash out at the highest point.
Oh boy, you were at the bottom of the barrel of all kinds of. This was 2008 market crash style nosedive you were taking for a long time there during that matchup. I'm just saying.
Yeah, it goes back up.
live with his hand raised?
Tyler never even met her. I'm pretty sure you've got this.
Yeah. Hey, look, man. Like I said, if Max came in right now, I'd put them down, no problem. And like, dude, you made quick work of them. Like, is Max the Impaler even? Should we even take them as a serious threat anymore?
You know what? And
whoa.
Part of my thing was I've dealt with a lot of people with daddy issues my whole life. Clearly, lots of daddy issues. Not anymore. That might be the only problem, but
All right. Well,
Johnny, I do play racquetball. Your last name is Magma. Oh, it's Magna. It's not even cool. Never mind.
Yeah, Magma would be a cool last name. I'll give you that.
Unfortunately, it's just Johnny Magna.
All right. Well, potentially, I would say that if Tyler Franks does end up defeating Max the Impaler tomorrow on NWA Power, that would put Tyler Franks in the running for the World Television Championship. I would have to say.
Whoa,
that's a good point you make there.
I don't know. I don't think so.
No, might have to bring him up to Exodus and see.
I don't think so. I'd say right now, in the running for my title, Tom Latimer's probably number one contender, and then definitely not Joe Kazana.
You wouldn't give the Colonel an opportunity.
I cradled that man like he was a baby.
Yeah, with the slime ball.
Yeah,
sure.
I mean, like
the hot selling that way.
I was just throwing it out there that maybe potentially the two of you could.
Yeah, well, you don't play football, so maybe you stop throwing stuff. I don't know.
Wow, that's a fair point.
I mean, like, okay, look, like he knows that he wouldn't beat me, and that's fine. Would he be in, the top 10 contenders for the television title? Maybe, but like Franks, like
Frank,
Look,
do you know?
Frank Lee,
frankly, I think it's a pretty be a pretty interesting matchup here. I think it's something that we can make happen here soon. I mean, if I beat Max the Impaler and you beat Max the Impaler, that means we're in a pretty level playing field. So tomorrow, after I beat Max the Impaler, yeah, I think I would be entitled to an opportunity.
I don't know where you are math at. That doesn't equal to me. I don't have daddy issues, Scott B.
No, what do you think? Is there any room in Exodus for this match? Or put it on Power or what?
Actually, yeah, for sure. Depends on if Tyler survives tomorrow, though. I would not want to face Max the Impaler.
No, I wouldn't either.
Well, so Noah, I don't know. Like Tyler Franks is more of a KFW guy, so it might be interesting to bring in someone from KFW to Exodus or
agreed. We love working with the territories. We've had Kylie on our last, 3 or 4 shows. She's been great. The Country Gentlemen have been on our shows. So yeah, we love working with the other territories, and I'm sure that eventually we'll see Tyler in Exodus Pro.
I'd love to make that happen, man.
Yeah, I'm sure eventually.
Carson, what is Joe Kazana talking about here?
He's not talking about anything.
You may have prayed on me. Let's talk about Wayne Moxie.
No.
Did Moxie beat you?
No.
No, he
wants to win Moxie, dog.
So what happened, I was being gracious. Last time I do that, an underprivileged kid, Wayne Moxie, wrestled another guy whose name I don't remember. And then he lost to Aaron Williams. I then graciously said, you could have an NWA World Television title shot. He rolled me up. I kicked out. That's all that matters.
I was there. I saw.
Maybe don't hire women refs if you want the job done correctly, Joe. But you know why he hires women referees? Because he can pay them less. Let's talk about how Joe Kazan is a bad person.
Wow. Well, the first thing I want to talk about is we got a super chat. So thanks, Lady Bumblebee, who's here, and said if Carson beats Tom, I'll make a custom rub after him. So
can I just have one?
You're getting close. You got to be close if you're not there already to cashing in. You can get that lucky 7. You've been defending the NWA World Television Championship all over the
Tom Latimer everywhere. Never even met her. How do you think I'm going to lose to a guy who can't spell his own first name? That's Thom, first off. And the only Tom, me, that I like at NWA is Tommy Rant, and I barely like him.
Okay. All right.
Don't show Tommy that. That'll break his heart.
He doesn't have a cell phone.
That's true.
I still want the custom EC3 rub, but if there was a custom Carson rub, I think that could be a big seller.
I don't drink alcohol because I'm a good person. So if you'd like to
the bottles are still cool. Like
maybe she gets me a bottle of I don't know, sparkling water and puts it on that.
Or like Carsonade or something.
Yeah, Lady Bumblebee sparkling water after I absolutely mollywop Tom Latimer.
All right. Tyler, have you been in the ring with Tom Latimer? I feel like you have.
Yes, I have.
Yeah. I feel like I just saw that recently. So, yeah. So you think it's easy to, quote, mollywop Tom Latimer?
I mean, if you watch my performances against Tom, I can't say that I had a very good time at mollywopping Tom Latimer. I put up a good fight, but I
yeah, I don't know. I don't know if mollywopping something that's ever happened to Tom Latimer.
Here's the thing. I at the last show, there were some cops there, 5 or 6 cops, and they were there to arrest Tom Latimer for impersonating a wrestler.
What is going on behind you now, Carson? You're at a racquetball court or something?
Yeah.
Okay, I was gonna say it's like you build a studio or something. Like it's nice. It's like you got like a background and everything.
He's got a chair for his chair.
I was going to say, no, this place is only 5 minutes away from one of my houses. So I'd come and play racquetball for cardio.
Okay.
Well, it's good.
Top level cardio training.
I like that. Who do you play against?
It's usually like old guys who have been doing it their whole lives. And it gives me joy to let them know that they're not good at it anymore because they're old.
Jeez.
I love
it's a confidence
Noni.
booster.
Noni in the chat is just really going off on this. Americans don't know how to pronounce words if it's spelled incorrectly.
What is Noni?
Whoa!
Oh wait, but we got another super chat from Lady Bumblebee. Oh my God, Deal beat Tom Latimer, and you got it. You're gonna get custom sparkling water.
Funny, I legitimately do drink sparkling water almost consistently, unless it's this protein shake. So deal, Lady Bumblebee.
All right, Lady Bumblebee.
All right. Something to work for there.
I'm interested to see. I feel like it's like destiny that Carson Drake is headed for Tom Latimer. Like it's gonna happen eventually, down the road at some point. But I don't know if you're, be careful what you wish for, because EC3's got him first tomorrow, 6:05
I
on
beat
X.
EC3 at Exodus.
He did.
I did.
Oh, that no, he confirmed it.
Balls and Richard Holiday, but
2 times.
EC3. Twice.
Well, maybe using the same logic we use with Max, then tomorrow night, if Tom Latimer beats EC3 one more time in the steel cage, he walks out of there as world's heavyweight champion. Carson, there he is. You go for him. I just, I don't know. That guy looks mean.
You'll get that sparkling water.
It's not going to be pretty. I don't know. I just
neither of them are pretty. Tom's pretty. Let me rephrase. But
well, I'm curious about your thoughts, like both of you guys. Like if we talk about those matches tomorrow night, if you look at this World's Heavyweight Championship match, 6:05 Eastern, exclusively on X, who you calling? EC3 or Tom Latimer? It's locked in a cage. I don't know. Noah, your Exodus guys are all over the place, but it's in a steel cage, so maybe they've got no influence in this one. So. I'm curious what people's thoughts are on this.
I think as good as EC3 is, Tom Latimer does have that dog in him, that DAWG. And as much as I hate him, I think Tom Latimer could beat him. I don't know who EC3 is working with at Exodus because I haven't been contacted, but I'm going to go Tom Latimer.
Wow.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to. I think I'm gonna have to agree with Carson on that one. I've been in the ring with Tom a couple times, and he's like, when you wrestle him, you feel it the next day and the day after that, and the day after that. So it's definitely not an easy task. He's NWA World Heavyweight Champion for a reason, and so was EC3. It'll be a great match. But, I've yet to be in the ring with EC3. Tom Latimer, like you said, he's got that dog in him. I got Tom.
Yeah. Well, so going outside of your division.
I guess we know who Noah's picking.
If we go into the women's division, the other cage match that we've got here is Tiffany Nieves.
By the way,
versus
how do we know that Noah isn't a minion?
I might be.
We don't know that. That's why I didn't even ask Noah. Like, who is Noah gonna pick in that matchup?
People forget how Max trained.
It's
Carson's got to go. Carson's got racquetball. Thanks for being here, Carson, and hanging out.
You can catch me at NWA JCP later this month, at NWA Texas later this month, at NWA Exodus later this month, at KFW in a future month. I'm everywhere. Oh, NWA Chicago later this week. Chicago.
Oh, Super Chat.
Super Chat, Cosmic Joe. What does basketball and Carson Drake have in common? Both dribble wherever they go.
What does Cosmic Joe's mom and doorknobs have in common? Everybody takes a turn out.
Oh, there we go. I love that there was was that you, Joe, doing that?
I don't know what you're talking about. I thought that was Carson. Isn't it Carson? He's the only one that can afford an air horn.
I like Emperor Kid in the chat. Just, I don't get it. Yeah.
All right, women's cage match.
All right. Yeah, so we were talking about the women's cage match. So let's talk about it again. Let's bring that image back up here. Natalia Markova, Tiffany Nieves. Tiffany was actually just little, behind the scenes. Tiffany was going to be on the show tonight too, but she just felt like she had to get ready for this, and she was just like not in the zone, I guess. Like,
well, look, you got the biggest match of your career, arguably, in a cage against Natalia Markova. You got to prepare. If I were either of these competitors, I would never do a podcast right before a matchup like this. That's why Tyler Franks is so much more brave than I am, because I would be like, nah, I got to like sleep in. I got to like focus on this thing because,
You wouldn't run up a hill with a log, Joe?
No, that's not me, man. I'm not.
Scream Drago?
Yeah, I'm not.
Yeah.
Is that
with that song "Hearts on Fire" playing in the background?
Yeah. I'm terrible with the Rocky numbers. I'm the worst.
It's one of AT's all-time favorite movies.
Well, it's a good movie.
Yeah.
Tyler, who do you got in this one? You might have worked around these women. Like, do you have any opinion on this?
I mean, this is going to be a very interesting cage match. I mean, it's definitely going to be one I'm going to be interested in watching. Well, if I get a chance to watch it, we'll see how tomorrow plays out. But man, I think I don't know. I think I'm gonna take Tiffany Nieves. I think
there we go, Di.
I think we're good. I think she's coming in on a little bit of a hot streak here. Markova's, done a lot of great things in the NWA, but I think you're gonna see a shocking turn of events in this cage match.
Interesting. And Noah, well, this is obvious. I hesitate to even ask you because it's the Exodus Pro Women's Champion in this cage match.
That doesn't mean he likes
it.
That's true, but I am aware that Tiffany would kill me if I don't pick her. That being said, Markova and Tiffany, this rivalry between them has reached such a boiling point. I mean, they've fought everywhere. They fought in Exodus. They main evented our show last January. They fought in NWA Chicago. They despise each other. So I think this cage match, you're not going to be able to expect anything. And I think we're going to get the best of both of them. And I think that's going to go on Tiffany's favor.
All right. Well, that's the two huge cage matches that are happening tomorrow night. You got Tom Latimer versus EC3 for the World's Heavyweight Championship. Tiffany Nieves and Natalia Markova. And then, of course, our friend Tyler Franks is going to be taking on Max the Impaler. It's a big episode of NWA Power that's happening all at 6:05 Eastern on X. You got to catch it live there. This is going to be a good one. I'm feeling good about this episode, fellas. It's
barn burner.
It's a fun one. Yeah, exactly.
I'm excited to hear Joe on Busted Open.
Hey, man.
What is the big news?
Well, I can't say it here. We already plugged it. I'm going to say it tomorrow.
That's too bad.
Here, it kind of defeats. I feel like Dave LaGreca is going to be mad at me. I don't want him mad at me. He's crazy. He gets in the ring with people. He fights like Thunder Rosa and stuff. It's crazy. I wouldn't do that. That's nuts.
Fine. All right.
Got to tune in. Sirius XM Fight Nation.
I'm just doing my job. I tried to squeeze it out of him.
And make sure you guys are following all the NWA socials and everything.
That's true.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure whatever I break on Busted Open is going to be on NWA socials not that long after. So
that's a good point. Yeah, that's
kind of following the page.
Yeah, but if you want to hear it first, and also they've got a great lineup tomorrow. They're talking to a bunch of crazy stars. Tuesday is the biggest day for Busted Open because they got to talk about Raw. They got to talk about whatever premium live event happened over the weekend. I don't know if anybody saw it. They had one. It was kind of a big deal. So they've got lots to talk about on a Tuesday. So for them to fit me in, I'm thankful. I'm humbled, and I will not disappoint because I've got some crazy breaking news for you, baby.
Scott's calling you out, though. He said you did plug big news last episode.
We did, and then we saved it for this. So you're
really big.
You're not very wrong.
Here it goes.
But this time it's too
I
late.
like that, Scott. We get to call Joe out, but yeah, things change. Things happen, and so you can't help it.
Card's subject to change. Yes, come on.
There you go.
Well, I know one thing. We can't get out of here if I don't give these people a moment of Sal, and I happen to have one right here.
Man, you know I hate that word. Crazy. I've heard it a long time, but does it apply? I mean, is it crazy for a kid to have a dream and actually just chase it? To not worry about missing his prom or missing his graduation or missing his friends' parties or missing his kids' parties or his family's parties or his family's events or just everyday life? Is it crazy that he cares so much about the dream that everything's second place? Is it crazy that that kid has grown to a man, and in that time span, he's lived an incredible life? He's got to chase his dream. I mean, he got to stand at ringside and watch his best friend win the NWA World Junior Heavyweight Championship. He also saw that best friend pass away, and he dedicated his career to him. Is it crazy? Is that crazy? Is that what defines crazy? You know, they say the crazy person doesn't know he's crazy. That's what makes him crazy. Me? I know there's something wrong up here. So what's that make me? That's what saves you.
Only Sal Rinauro could make something incredibly touching and then weird and macabre and creepy at the end. Like, how, who can do that?
Sal got a whole production team.
Sal leveled up his
Hold on.
production.
We're 4 minutes to the top of the hour, which means we're almost done with the show. But ladies and gentlemen, we got another special guest. Whoa, on a plane.
On a plane.
I can tell that seat.
Connecticut. I'm so sorry I couldn't be there for the show tonight, everybody. But I just want to say, I hope you're having a good time. I hope all these guys are doing things. Tyler Franks is here.
What's up, Kyle?
Tyler Franks is here.
You've been replaced.
I can't help but like this makes me want to really say like that's it. I have had it with these mother Kyles on this mother plane.
There's always at least one.
So listen, stuff's going on tomorrow. I don't know what you guys talked about. I'm not going to spoil anything. It took a week, big delay, but that's okay, ladies and gentlemen. Tune in, tune out, whatever the hell you want to do. Wish me safe travels. My ass is going to be in Connecticut. Either way.
Good luck on that plane, dog. They've been having problems.
Looks like it looks like he's in first class.
I'm not.
Woo!
Kyle be with us out of nowhere. He'll be like,
Have you guys ever heard of a Velo Flights before? It's a small airline.
Oh man, I thought you were on Southwest.
No, brother.
Oh, geez, you
Either way.
downgraded from that? Jeez.
Wish me luck. I'm going to go help my mom move while I also try to have a career at the same time. So, either way, big news tomorrow. I hope Joe is.
We got it.
He's going to be on Busted Open. You know that, right?
We talked about it.
Perfect. Anyway, like
We
that.
told the people.
You were talking about NWALiveEvents.com.
We did. We made the QR code that
Party
does
to the
work.
party. Someone couldn't get through TSA pre-check fast enough. You got to get the real ID, Kyle. It's slowing you down.
I have TSA pre-check. The problem was I was trying to fix that website I just mentioned and almost missed my ability to make it to the airport in time.
Kyle, you should at least watch the moment of Sal. I know you look forward to those. It was a very emotional one this
Sal will
week.
post it.
So
Sal post
He'll
it.
post it. I'll see it. I land in 2.5 hours.
We'll appreciate
You guys be safe. NWA fans, thank you for following everything. Be good to each other. Get your gravy cakes. Whatever Gary's going to tell you. These guys are great. I'm glad they picked up the slack. But next week, I'll be back on the show.
well,
Whoever's
thanks, Kyle.
behind you's got the NWA tracksuit. Look at that.
Wouldn't that be great if somebody had merch on the plane? That'd be like great.
you never know.
I'm really wishing something would happen that you would cause a disturbance and we could just like watch you get kicked off the plane.
Oh, that would be so
No,
great.
no. I'm more
You just start
concerned
screaming
about-
that person's not real.
I'm also being very, 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 very particular about things I say as a joke right now. So.
Oh, my God.
Oh, yeah.
Say, this is
hopefully I
the
see you guys
Bob.
next week. Hopefully I see you next week.
All right.
All right.
Thanks, Kyle, for showing up.
If not, you know who to blame.
Mm-hmm.
It's the
Not
aviation
me.
being gutted.
Oh, jeez.
Do that. Do that.
Hello and welcome
That can never go wrong.
I love that I can see the chat when they're like, just scream these things. No.
Please stow larger items in the business of your seat and any smaller.
And also, big plug, Avello, if you get me there, I will plug you as being a great destination for 2 flights a day from Orlando to Connecticut and vice versa.
Well, I didn't think this would get any weirder, but it did. Thanks,
It
folks.
did get weirder. We're here.
An hour of
Thanks,
power.
everybody,
We got
for being
another hour
here.
coming up tomorrow.
Thanks, everybody, for showing up in the chat. Make sure you tune in to Busted Open tomorrow. Get the news. Get the big news. Promise, actual news is happening tomorrow with the National Wrestling Alliance. Tune in. And until then, I guess just go enjoy your gravy cakes, everybody.
Do that.